How's it going, everyone? It's me, Matt. I don't think I've ever actually said my name, so there you go, it's Matt. We're going to be putting together the network replication for our game playability system this time, so that if we play it on a LAN or online, if you create this stuff, the punch will actually work, and people on the network will see everything happen. So, let's do it. First things first, we're going to take this death stuff that we made in our base character, and I'm going to cut that and put it over into the enemy, because we're going to be doing, you know, the things that an enemy does when it dies. We might have something special for the player character when it dies. So we've got this event on death, and it's called right here after the health changes and we check if we're alive or not, right? But we don't want to just do this little pop thing and then destroy the actor. We need to go through some replication events. So I'm going to disconnect that, and I'm going to move these down for now. And on death, what we need to do is have this happen server side. So we're going to get this switch has authority right here. So this is going to happen only on server side. It's going to check, are we the server? We're going to go into a sequence. So we're going to do some stuff in order. Now, if we think about Mario games, there's kind of like a delay before bad guys die. I'd like there to be a 1-second delay before we do the death stuff, right? So we're going to do a custom event over here, and we're going to call it Play Death Animation. This is going to be replicated multicast so that it runs on all. And we're going to set a timer by event, and we're going to call that event after 1 second. And that's where we're going to do this pop animation so that we have this Niagara emitter, this system, Niagara system, go off on everybody, all clients. A multicast event has to be called by the server for it to actually happen on all clients. If you don't fully understand networking, there's a networking compendium out there that I recommend reading, and I might make a video standalone on just the basics of networking. But just so you know, in order to have this go off on all clients, it needs to be called by the server. An event on death authority is calling on server, so we know that this will go off. So because this death animation event is going off on all clients and server, we don't want to call destroy actor just right there. We could, but only the server has the authority to actually do that. So to do it cleanly, we're going to actually do this switch has authority again, right here. And if it has authority, it'll call it. And in case we want to do any other stuff with our death, we're going to call this delayed death, and it's going to just run on the server. And it destroys the actor. Off this authority, we're going to call delayed death. So then we know that only the server is going to call this. So one more thing that we want to do if we're dying, if our bad guy's dying, we want to stop the logic so that our character stops walking and trying to move around while this 1 second timer is going off. So we're going to get self, we're going to get the AI controller. We're going to check if it's valid. Let's connect that there. If it is valid, we want to get the brain component. Off the AI controller, we're going to stop movement. And off the brain component, we're also going to do an is valid, just to be safe. And then we're going to call stop logic. And we'll give it a reason. Enemy has been destroyed. So let's also give the player a visual notification that they have actually defeated the bad guy. Let's change the color of the sprite. We're going to add another pin here, and we're going to create another custom event, and we're going to call it change color. This will be also multicast. And we're going to get the sprite. We're going to set sprite color. I've got a nice color here. I'm going to paste it in. A little pinkish hue, which will make the character look a little red. off of this pin here, we're going to change color. I'm going to box this all up in a comment and call it on death. Give it kind of a black. So there we have this all contained. Okay, real fast before we test this, one more thing. This play death animation, go ahead and disconnect that timer so that we can change it. Check this reliable right there. And then connect it again. And we're gonna actually do that for all of these so that we know that they go off. They need to actually happen. So making them reliable will guarantee that that event is actually called. And we want the color to change, we want the death animation to change, and we want the delayed death to go off. We don't want those to, for some reason, not go off. Okay, so let's go ahead and test it. Go up here, do new editor window, 2 players, net mode as client. We'll hit play. I'll resize this guy so we can see. Come over here, and there's 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch. He turns red, and the emitter goes off on both. 1, 2, 3, poof. So there you go. Network replication with the gameplay ability system. Works with LAN and over online if you were to put this on Steam or something and make it bigger. So the next time, I think I will be reproducing our squash logic as a gameplay ability system as well. I'll see you next time.